15 weeks to the Chicago Marathon. Maybe.
Homage got the vibes,
What up, folks? It's JC here, continuing my shot marathon training today with a review of week 3. Let's get to it. 28.3 miles covered in 4 hours and 24 minutes. This cutback week consisted of the usual 5 runs that I talked about in last week's video. And peep this card that's probably going to pop up here in a sec. But instead of building on my long run mileage, I cut back this week. So let me preface this as well too. As you're seeing this, I'm calling this week 3 of training. This is really week 4 technically. I received my training plan from my coach on June 5th, which I believe was a Friday, maybe. June 6th was that first long run, which was 8 miles. And from there it was 8 to 9, 9 to 10 for last week. And then this week was an 8-mile long run. So the cutback for this week wasn't necessarily a cutback in overall total mileage, but a cutback in my long run mileage, and I'd probably say a cutback in intensity as well too overall. But we'll get into more detail as I break down the days of the week in training. Now overall, this was a very successful week, much needed in the decrease in intensity and decrease in the long run mileage this week. I think I just felt pretty fresh mentally and physically. Now I'm gonna put up a screenshot of my training log for this week, and as you can see, very compliant. Anytime you see green on those days, that's just telling me that I completed that workout as planned. So very successful week as far as compliance goes. Very successful week as far as my body and how my mind feels afterwards as well too. So on Monday, I kicked off the training week with a 3-mile tempo. I covered 6 miles in total, but during the tempo portion of the workout, my goal was to maintain half marathon pace, which for me is goal half marathon pace is 7:30. I would say my actual half marathon pace right now would probably be about 7:35, 7:40. And I actually ended up running faster than that. I was probably around 7:20, 7:25-ish on my tempo pace. So a little faster than what I needed to do, and I'm trying to work on actually doing my workouts as planned, but the legs were feeling good, so I just decided to run on field that day. Now, Tuesdays and Fridays, as I explained last week, those are always going to be my easy days, so I usually run those at work, after work, or either before work on the treadmill, just to, as I explained before, try to keep a softer surface just so I'm keeping my legs fresh. This is the most mileage that I'm going to be putting on my legs, so I want to make sure that I'm keeping them fresh. So treadmill days for Tuesdays and Fridays for me. Now Wednesday was an interesting day for me as I had a new workout on the training plan, and it was what they called a circuit workout. So it was a 20-minute workout. The way it worked, 3 minutes was run at just a moderate effort, I'd say. It was really no pace. Explained to me that I needed to run or hit. So I just ran my 3 minutes at moderate effort. And then you follow that up with 1 minute of some form of strength or form building type exercise. So what I decided to do for my 1 minute intervals was squats, push-ups, burpees, and reverse lunges. So interesting workout. Once again, it was one that also was a decrease in intensity compared to last week and the weeks prior on my Wednesdays, which are normally like my higher intensity days. So it was interesting. It was a pretty cool workout. I hit that one on the track, and I would say it's something I would definitely just throw into my training even outside of Chicago Marathon. It was pretty good to do some strength building mixed in with the actual running. So later on, after that workout, before work actually started, I actually got my strength training in. So I actually did it correct this time. I kept my harder days hard, kept my easier days easy, and got some much needed strength training in on Wednesday as well. So I was able to get in a good squat workout, got some box jumps in there, hit the TRX, got some pull-ups as well too. So Wednesday was a great day. Thursday, I didn't get any clips from Thursday because those are my cross training days, as I explained as well. But you seen the green on the training plan, so I definitely did get it in. I hit my usual elliptical, rower. I actually added the Airdyne bike this time as well too. So Thursday was good. Friday, as I explained already, was a treadmill day. And then yesterday's long run was an 8-mile long run this time. So the cool thing programmed into this long run this week was the first 4 miles was just a normal, steady pace, easy pace, which I was hitting around low 10s. And then the last 4 miles of the long run was going down into race pace now. So for me, as I explained in my first video, my A goal is just to finish the marathon. My B goal is sub 4 hours in my first marathon. So for my race pace for this workout, I just wanted to hit sub 9. And if you look at the screen here, you can see I was sub 9. Now I asked this question in one of my training groups because my first mile was 8:50. My next 3 were in like the 8:40s, 8:30s, and I think I finished off with like an 8:15, 8:10, something like that. So I was wondering if I may have gone too fast for those 3 miles, and I'm just trying to make sure I'm not burning myself out or setting myself up for failure. So I'm still waiting on some feedback for that. Hey, if you're looking at this, if you are running coach as well too, I welcome your feedback if you're checking this out as well too. And that is week 3 of Shot Marathon training in the bag. But before I let you go, you already know, if you're watching this via YouTube, please like, share, subscribe to the channel. If you're watching this via IGTV, like this first, but head on over to YouTube, like, share, subscribe to this channel if you haven't already done so. I'm gonna keep this thing going whether Chicago happens or not. I'm probably leaning more on Chicago not happening given New York's announcement on Wednesday. But you know what? This is what I do now. I actually enjoy this process. I feel like this is me giving back to the running community. You already know I'm doing this for a purpose as well too, and that purpose is the children of Chicago via Chicago Run, a great organization that's doing great things for the great children of our city. So please check the link in the description and you can see how you can help sponsor me to give back to Chicago Run and give back to our Chicago youth. If you're watching this via IG, click the link in my bio and you'll be able to give and donate to Chicago Run as well. But you stuck with me this long. As always, much love and appreciation out to you. Be great. I'm out. Peace.